What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm on my way home from the Steve Wilkos show. The first time I went, I said to myself that I wasn't going back. I was like, man, I don't really want to go back because it seems really fake and it seems really inauthentic. And in some ways it is, but on the other hand, today I actually had 3 shows. I applied for all of them. And hey, Danny, you don't know which shows are going to approve you ahead of time. It's not like they approve you right away. So within a probably 24-hour span, I got an approval for Tamron Hall, Steve Wilkos, and I forgot the third one. Oh, the what's it called? I think it's the Daily Show. The Daily Show, Steve Wilkos, and Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall, I like Tamron Hall personally the best out of the 3 options that I had, like as a person. But in terms of the show, it's a good show. Obviously, it's been on the air for like going on 4 years, and that's a lot for a show that's not The View and one of those shows that has been long standing. So it's a good show, but it's not the show that I'm going to be the most entertained. I did go last week to the episode where they had no, I'm mixing up another show. But I did go to a Tamron Hall show recently. Oh yes, that's the one that had Kenya Moore. And Kenya Moore was talking about her failed marriage and different things that she went through. But I feel like there's a certain mood you have to be in to go to that type of a Jerry or a Maury, where you're like, I don't have to think. This is not some provocative show. This is just something that I can go in and yell and scream and boo and cheer to a WWE match. Now, I'm not going to say there's no reality to it. What is RHOA? I don't know what that is. And hi, MC, by the way. There's no, Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think that's supposed to say. I've never watched that, so I think I might have seen 1 or 2 Real Housewives episodes, but not all reality TV is for me. Some things are for me and some things are not. I think I did watch some things back in the day that were in that vein, but not present day shows. I used to watch all the love shows, the VH1 love shows. I used to watch Flavor of Love. I used to watch Rock of Love. I used to watch I Love New York. I used to watch For the Love of Tila Tequila. I used to watch I Love Money. Real World. I used to watch Baldwin Hills, if anyone knows Baldwin Hills. I used to watch College Hill. There was a lot of them that I used to watch. Recently, not in the last couple of years, but probably 2020, I was watching, what's this thing called? Growing Up Hip Hop. I really liked Growing Up Hip Hop. But nowadays, I'm mostly into, if I'm into reality at all, it's like reality competition shows. That's really my lane. That's really my lane. But the entire Wilkos show, because what happened with the show is they have 2 segments. And they have an afternoon segment. So the reason I ended up staying for the afternoon segment is kind of interesting, because it was because of who I was seated with. Because the first time I went to the Wilkos show, I kind of just sat there. I did talk to the people to my left and right, but not as much. We basically just watched the show and went our separate ways at the end of the show. But bombs, you're coming in and out. Yeah, sorry about that. That seems to happen often when I'm on the road. maybe one of these days when I'm making some bigger money, I will travel with a one of those portable modems, portable mobile hotspots. I don't know why I called it a portable modem. Maybe one of these days when my money's a little longer, I'll be traveling with a mobile hotspot so that my connection is going to be better. But for now, this just is what it is. It's doing that because I'm driving. But yeah, I had a good time because as all the guests were coming out and we were listening to their stories, we were kind of, I don't know if the other people were in the mental health field too, or if they were just people who were curious about psychology, which I'm starting to coin a term for that, like psy-curious. People who don't really want to invest the time to turning psychology into a career, but they'll read a bunch of articles and they'll watch a bunch of shows. They'll analyze a bunch of situations. So I think that they were psy-curious. Psy-curious. I'm going to talk about that on another podcast at another time. But I had a really good time. I think I had a better time this time than last time, as a matter of fact. It's really interesting. Tomorrow I'm going to be back in the city. Friday might be off, I don't know yet. And then I'm off Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesday I go back to work. So I'm thinking that Monday and Tuesday I'm not really going to go to any shows or do anything. I'm just going to prepare to get my mindset back towards working because it's showing me a super chat. I've never seen it like this. Thank you, MC, for the mobile hotspot thingy. Appreciate that. I think my company, which is Metro PCS, offers mobile hotspots for like $30 to $40 a month, something like that. I've always thought about getting one, but then I always said to myself, is that a frivolous expense? But it might not be a frivolous expense if I end up doing things where I travel more and I have a less stable connection. And that's ultimately a goal of mine. I think that would be really cool to be able to live my best life and travel and document the things that I'm doing when I'm traveling. But yeah, we got some shows. We had some paternity tests. Everyone was passing the paternity test. Business write-off. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it definitely could be once I have like a business. Maybe once I have like an LLC or some kind of registered business, it could be a write-off. As of right now, I don't. So I don't know how that works. Because I think I started making all my YouTube money this year. So I think that this money that I've made from this year, I don't know if the money that I got in January is going to count towards last year or this year. Because technically I made the money last year, but they didn't pay me until this year. So it might be a case where I have to learn about the tax situation going into 2024, but we'll find out shortly because Uncle Sam takes shots and doesn't miss. So I will find out soon. I should probably figure it out beforehand for some little thing where a couple $100 shoots me in the foot. Also, I'm trying to figure out, I have 6 different things that I want to give away for a giveaway as a raffle to celebrate my 2,000 subscribers. But I found out that there's all kinds of YouTube red tape or YouTube rules about giveaways. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how I do that legally, because I already have the items that I want to give away, some physical items and some non-physical items that I would like to give away to my subscribers. And I have to figure out, I read the YouTube rules, but I think there's a little more to it than what I know of. So I am working on figuring that out. I think it's year earned. Year earned. Oh, so this money that I made from 2022 would be my 2022 tax return then. That makes sense. Then that means I better file, because I learned the hard way when I made a little bit of money in 2020 for Uber, not Uber. What's this thing called? Instacart. I made like less than $2,000 for Instacart, but because I didn't take receipts and I didn't track my mileage and all that kind of stuff, gas money that I had to put in the car, I didn't get any of that back. And plus I had to pay like a max amount for self-employment because I didn't keep track of that stuff, and I didn't file for self-employment. So there's so much to learn. There's so many things that I just don't know about having a business, which is funny because I went to school for business. Going to school for business and getting a business administration degree does not really necessarily teach you about starting a business. It teaches you about following the rules of a business and basically primes you to be able to run someone else's business, which is funny. You'll encounter people who don't even have a college degree at all and are running a business, and they make sure that the people who are making sure their business is operating properly, they have to be somebody, an accountant with a CPA, or somebody with an MBA, or somebody with a BBA. Like, they're like the people who run the daily operations of my company must have these educational requirements. But for me, I just am running this based on maybe a talent that they're capitalizing on, or possibly they just have the capital to actually pay to start the business. And they're like, I want qualified people to be able to run it. College degrees do not. They can assist you if you know what you're getting them for. They can assist you, but yeah, generally they're not giving you the blueprint to have your own. They're not giving you the blueprint to have your own business, own and operate that thing. Like, here's the steps, because I did a whole business administration degree, and they might have glanced over LLCs and things of that nature, but it was not really an in-depth thing about how to start a business A to Z. I'm sitting here like 10, 11, 12 years removed from college, looking up information on Google trying to find these things. And Google might be providing me more information than what I learned in school with all that hard work and all those standardized tests and all that stuff. Hi, Dolly. Whenever y'all are ready. Actually, if y'all want to talk about the circle tonight, don't worry, I'm not spoiling it. But if y'all have watched the circle, you and Danny, if you guys have watched the circle, and anyone else who wants to jump on, I'm willing to jump on tonight because I'm very excited to talk about the circle, and I want to talk about it ASAP. I want to talk about the circle, and I eventually want to get to traders. But the thing with traders is I might start recapping it like 2 episodes at a time or something like that. Or I might even recap it 1 episode at a time. I know the whole thing is out for people to watch, but a lot of people still have not watched that. And also, I have not watched yet. Well, I'm not home. I'm in the car. That's the reason why I'm on audio. Well, I'm technically on video, but I'm not looking at the camera while I'm driving. If I were to do the circle, probably no earlier than 10 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. because that's when I have time today. I'm still coming back from Connecticut, so as soon as I get back from Connecticut, I have to do my gym. I have to go to the gym and do my training. And then after I'm done my training, I'm going to relax for a little bit, and then I might hop back on. To do a live. But if nobody wanted to cover Circle today, I'll find something else to cover. I will just create a topic because I'm taking advantage of this last 1 week that I have basically to be posting this much and going from there. In doing some thinking, I'm probably, when work is back on my schedule, I'm probably still gonna make a decent amount of posts. But instead of most of those posts being lives, I'm gonna have a lot more edited, pre-recorded stuff. And I know that you guys have grown to love these lives that I do, and I do as well. And I'm not gonna stop doing them. It's just that I won't be able to do them with the same frequency. Now, I'll be honest, and I don't want to say too much online, but when the Big Brother season, not Big Brother Canada or Big Brother Celebrity or anything like that, but the actual Big Brother USA season rolls around, there could be big changes that I make with my life by that time. I have goals towards it, but for right now, it's not really an option. I have to go back to work. Let's see. Did you promise us some pre-records? Yeah, I have one more. MC, I have done one already. I already did my member video for the month, one of my 2 member videos for the month. I have one more to do for this month. I was going to do it yesterday or the day before. I had things get in the way of that, but thank you for reminding me, because I plan to do that before the end of this month, and the end of this month is coming up shortly. So let me know, as people who are members of my channel know, I'm willing to talk about anything in those member videos. The subscriber videos or just the public videos, I'm a little bit more selective on what I'm going to talk about, but in the member videos, you guys can make suggestions, and I'm a lot more open to your suggestions because you are paying for behind the scenes coverage. So I think that in saying that, it's your right to be able to request some of the topics that I put on my members only page. So if any of my members are listening and have any suggestions of the second video for the month, because I always do 2 when I've done 1 already this month. So if anyone has suggestions for the second video, let me know here or let me know in the comments. I'll pick one. If you guys don't pick one, I'll gladly just make one up, because I always owe you 2 every month. but I prefer getting suggestions and going off the suggestions, because my page is my page, but it's also kind of collaborative. I have the final say on what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna talk about, all that kind of good stuff. But I'm not somebody who just runs the page based on only what I think is good. You know what? I should make the whole thing about Cowboys, MC. I should make a 10-minute post about the Cowboys and tag you in it. That's what I should do at this point. You're really trying me. You're really trying me, MC. Hey, sis, at Danny. Oh, I missed your post today, Danny, because I was still at the studio. But as soon as I can, I'll catch that thing in the replay. Right now I'm on Big Brother Canada season 5, episode 7. I can't remember if I watched episode 7 or if I started episode 8, but I definitely saw episode 5 and 6. I think I was almost done 7, and then I was like, oh shoot, the circle is on now, so I turned off episode 7 and then jumped into the circle. You're coming to Queens, we fighting. When you come to Queens, bring some boxing gloves. Either bring some boxing gloves, or I expect you to be in all Cowboys gear, Cowboys jersey, Cowboys hat. Then we won't fight. That's the stipulations. That is the stipulations. I'm excited. I think we got BB Canada coming up in, people tell me, March. The beginning of March, the new season of BB Canada. I'm upset because I've been wanting to watch BB Nigeria, and I've been looking for it. I've been trying to find it. We're in all New York, but you see, I don't, like I told you, I don't really dislike the Giants, so I wouldn't be triggered by Giants gear. Now if you came in Eagles gear, different story, but Giants gear, I see that here all the time, and it doesn't do me no different. Giants gear is okay. It's acceptable. Plus, I was rooting for them both times when they took out Tom Brady. I lived 6 years in the Massachusetts area, and these New England fans were so belligerent that they just turned me off of the Patriots. So I was excited and ecstatic when the Giants took them out. I'm like, Tom Brady can beat everybody but Eli Manning. Tom Brady, how many rings does he have? 7? He would have 10 if it wasn't for the Manning brothers. That's crazy. Tom Brady would have double-digit rings without the Mannings. Where in Mass? I was in Central Mass. I was like 20 to 30 minutes from Worcester, Massachusetts. And I was in the area for 6 years. I did 2 years of high school there, 1 year of college, and then I just lived there for 3 years as an adult. before ultimately moving to New York. New York Giants total. And how many did Tom steal? You remember Deflategate? You remember when they were stealing all the plays from the other teams? I think Tom Brady doesn't want to go through any what if scenarios because he would lose more than what he would gain. That's the last team or player to talk about stolen rings. I'll give him credit for maybe his first 3, but the next 4, nah, son. There was shady things going on over there. No, I wasn't. Fairly close to Northborough. I think Northborough was like a 30 to 40 minute drive. Oh, what am I saying? I was much closer to Northborough than what I'm talking about because Northborough is not that far from Marlborough. And at one point in time, I went to a gym that was located in Northborough. So I think Northborough was actually more like 20 minutes from me. So yeah, close by to Northborough. Yep. There was a gym there called Boost Fitness. I don't know if it's still there, but it was 24 hours. And I used to go there after work to get my gym on. It was a little gym, but I liked it. I like little gyms more than I like big gyms now. As a matter of fact, the gym that I go to now is a smaller gym. I was going to a 24-hour fitness for a few years, and then we're in Marlborough, lived in Northborough. I didn't live in Marlborough. I lived in South Lancaster, Massachusetts, and then I moved to Hudson, Massachusetts. Actually, not Hudson, Massachusetts, Berlin, Massachusetts to be specific. I lived in Berlin, Massachusetts, and where I was probably 5 minutes away from Solomon Pond Mall in Marlborough. South Lancaster, Massachusetts is where I went to school. It was an interesting time. And it's funny, I left from this like woodsy area like that to coming to New York City. Oh, so you were close to me then. Yeah, I lived in Berlin, Massachusetts from like 2000 and maybe 2010 to 2013, something like that. And I lived in South Lancaster, Massachusetts, 2000 and on and off between 2003 and 2007. 2002 and 2007, actually, on and off. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my favorite area, but I made some great friends there, some of which I'm still friends, like we're lifelong friends. So I won't forget my time there. I actually was just over there by Marlborough. The picture you saw me post of my friend, of my friend's daughter, they live in Clinton. The picture I posted in my members only group, and I was over there and I stayed in Marlborough. They really developed Marlborough, so I stayed in a Best Western over there, and It was so nice. Like the Best Western, they put like this string of hotels over there, and they've made it more of a business area. It's much less open land like what it used to be. Route 20, yeah, yeah, Route 20, yes. There's like 7 hotels in a very close proximity of each other. Hilton, Marriott, Best Western, Shelton, several of them. And then they put like an arcade over there. They have like new strip malls. They have new bars, new clubs. They really developed up that area over there in that area. But yeah, I went to a gym, Boost Fitness in Northborough. It probably is closed down by now, but I liked it because it was 24/7. And after 10, I think the staff left, and you could swipe in with your key card. So I would go about 11:30 p.m. And since nobody was in there, I had control of the whole speaker system. So I would just plug my phone into the speakers, blast my music, and just do whatever I wanted in that gym. It was very rare that when I went in there after 11, that there was anyone else in there with me. So it was like having my own private gym. Which people here told me they would never. Apex, yes, Apex. Stay up there all the time to see Apex, yeah. Apex to me, it looks nice, but it was a little bit more hype than what I thought it would be. And when I went in there, maybe it was because of the day of the week, but there was so many kids running around. It's like a Saturday night I went in there. There was so many kids that it made it not fun. Like, it's only fun type of thing if your kids are among the kids that are in there. But if you're there as a grown adult, like a grown man, trying to have some fun, it's not the place for you, at least not at that point in time. I'm trying to read these comments. Give me a minute. Okay. At work listening for my last 5 minutes. Heading back up in March. Brother-in-law is being induced to Anna Mary's Hall of Fame. Nice. Nice. You know, when you told me I'm brave for going into the garden with my Raptors jersey, the first place that I started doing that was the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts. I think the Fleet Center, so the only place that I have gone to more games is the Air Canada Center and the Sky Dome, because I lived there for so many years. But second to that was when the Boston Garden was called the Fleet Center. I went to so many Celtics games, Celtics against the Raptors usually, and I always wore my Raptors jersey. So I've been born and bred to be in opposing arenas and situations that are hostile and have no kind of fear. And I'm not like lying or capping, because I told you the one and only time that I felt any kind of fear in an opposing arena was in Philly, because they were literally threatening me. They were threatening me everywhere, threatening me in the bathroom, threatening me at the hot dog stand, threatening me outside when I got outside of my car, on the walk into the arena, in my seat. I had people like cursing at me in my seat. Why are you wearing that effing Siakam jersey? Take that ish off before I take it off you. And I'm like, yo, Philly fans. And it's not even necessarily that I didn't think I could take any of them. It's just like I'm in an opposing arena. There's so many of them. So if one of them decides to actually make a move on what they're telling me they're going to do, what am I going to do? Because it's like myself and trying to protect the person I'm there with. And what am I going to do against a stadium full of angry, drunk Philly fans? Yo. Boston made comments about Toronto too. They just were much less aggressive. Your team is garbage. Your team is garbage. I'm like, your accent is garbage. Your city is garbage. Yeah, I have my thoughts on Boston, but I'll keep those to myself. Boston is a beautiful, historic city. The people might leave a little bit to be desired for a black man, and I will leave it at that. I will leave it at that. I can't wait till this Steve Wilkos show comes out, because the episodes were really the stories they had today were really interesting, and the cameraman was right on my face. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna be in a lot of scenes, because I've seen the editing magic, but there's a chance that I was on the camera quite a bit. Speaking of on the camera, I was talking to Nick Shorts about like what shows that I would do if I was able to do a show, which I'm gonna get back to in a second. Try being an NY Yankee fan. You know what? I've seen it, so I wouldn't want to try. I have seen it. I live in New York. I've been in New York for years now, and I've seen what they do. I've seen what they do to Red Sox fans. Oh, you said New York Yankee. Well, even worse than what you just said, try being a Boston Red Sox fan in Yankee Stadium. How about that? That's even worse. I've seen both, because I've been to both Fenway and Yankee Stadium. Woo! That's one serious thing to do. Like, I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. Even if I was like a Red Sox fan and I was going to Yankee Stadium, I'd probably keep that on the DL. Keep it on the DL. Like, y'all ain't gotta know that. Y'all ain't gotta know all my business like that. I'll be like a private secret fan over here. I have honestly thought to myself about what happens if Toronto makes the playoffs and faces Philly again. What would I do? And I thought to myself, maybe I wouldn't wear a Raptors jersey so I could enjoy the game. Maybe I would just wear I would not wear a Philly jersey, because that's just not my style, to just rock with the other team so that I can be safe. But I might just rock a neutral outfit. Cheer for them silently. You know what I mean? Boston fan in Yankee Stadium is just plain stupid. Many men wish death upon me. That's the song comes to my mind. Just like any team coming to the Eagle Stadium in the playoffs, because I've heard that, not just that I've heard, I've seen on the news that the Philadelphia Eagles have some of the most ruthless fans, more so than the Sixers. I know the Sixers have ruthless fans as well, but I know it's second to the Eagles. MC, so what ideas do you have for the video, the members only video that you want to see me post? Which I will definitely do this week, possibly today, depending on how tired I feel. But let me know, since you're on here, since I have a member on here. Actually, I have a few members on here. Any of you can comment on what you want to see me talk about for my second video in my members only section. Let me know. Let me know, and I'll cover it. The Eagles fans are diehard. I'll give Philadelphia credit. I was trying to see if y'all could see this bridge that I'm going over, but probably not. Anyways, I admire it in a way, but I'm also like, y'all do too much for the sake of a sport. Member videos per month. Sorry about that, y'all. It disconnected a couple times. What I was trying to tell you was, any of my members, give me a suggestion on any topic that you want me to talk about. It does not have to be an educational topic. It does not have to be a mental health topic, a music topic, or a reality TV topic. Just anything that you would like to see me talk about, and I will make that video as the second members only video for the month and post it in the members only section. So if you're second members only video for the month and post it in the members only section. So if you're still here listening to this, and you are a member of my channel, let me know. Listening to this, and you are a member of my channel, let me know. And if you are not a member, please hit that join button. Membership is $2.99 a month. I give you guys some behind the scenes looks and coverage. Sometimes I give you a first look when I'm gonna put a video up. You get the first look as a member. I'm definitely gonna be adding more perks to having a membership as we go along. But thank you to the people who have pioneered this for me. I just started doing channel memberships maybe a month or two ago. Maybe a little over, somewhere between 1 to 2 months, because I know I have people who have had memberships for over a month now. So thank you for those of you who have done so. And like I was saying, if nobody makes me any suggestions, I still owe you. So in the interest of getting that done before the next month rolls around, I'll come up with the topic. It's not my preference to come up with the topics myself when it comes to the member suggestions, because that's one of your perks. But I will do that. No, I have not done Lunar New Year MC. Not done Lunar New Year. I'm off work. I'll be listening in the car. I can't do NFL with you. Some of my closest friends and I don't even talk about the NFL. One of my closest friends is an Eagles fan. So it's like, let's just not talk about football. believe I've actually been on this live almost my whole ride from Connecticut. And I'm still 30 minutes from home, and that's the sad part. I have 30 minutes to go. Guess what I'm passing by, MC? Guess what I'm passing by right now? If you can see it. Possibly it's hard to see from the car, but I'm passing by City Field. I just passed by City Field. That means that I'm in Flushing, New York, and I am, because of traffic, about 30 minutes from home. Without traffic, it's like 10 to 12 minutes from home. But there's almost always traffic, so we got a 30 piece to go. Thanks for the company, because I was not too keen on this ride home, to be honest. This is one of the reasons why, in instances when I can, I like to take the bus or the train. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking the train, but the reason why I didn't take the train this time around is because if I'm in another state, I know Connecticut is not far, but getting home on the bus from Connecticut is, not the most ideal thing. So, like in New York, I know that I hop on the train, I can be home in like 40 minutes. Over here, it's not like that. Even driving is taking me a long time, so just imagine how much going on a bus would have taken me. I am going to be hopping off soon. Like possibly in the next 10 minutes or so, but I just wanted to hop on for a little bit and just say hi to y'all, see what was happening. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off now. Take care, y'all. I'm gonna throw on some music and talk to you guys later.